What is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with Season 4 of our series on D&D 5e Simplified. In this series, we are going to be covering the feats of D&D 5th Edition in the Player's Handbook. Really quick before we dive into it, because we have a bunch of episodes to get through, and I'm hoping to get through them all in one recording session. Before we get into things, please be sure to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to ring that bell icon so you never miss an episode. Last but not least, please be sure to check out the links down in the description. You know what they do, you know where they go, you know what to do. Without any further ado, let's dive into things. Alright, so, feats. What is a feat? A feat represents a talent or an area of expertise that gives a character special capabilities. It embodies training, experience, and abilities beyond what a class provides. At certain levels, your class gives you the ability score improvement feature. Using the optional feat rule, you can forego taking the feature this feature to take a feat of your choice instead. You can take each feat only once, unless the feat's description says otherwise. You must meet any prerequisite specified in a feat to take the feat. If you ever lose a feat's prerequisite, you can't use the feat until you regain the prerequisite. For example, the Grappler feat requires that you have a strength of 13 or higher. If your strength is reduced below 13 somehow, perhaps with a Withering Curse, you can't benefit from the Grappler feat until your strength is restored. Feats are listed below. Okay, really quick before we dive into the actual feats. We are going to be splitting these up into, because there's a lot of them. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. We are going to be splitting them up into each section, because there are 3 sections. One of them being A through G, the second one being H through P, and the third one being O through Z. We are going to be splitting each one up as closely as we can into each section into 2 parts. So this first one is going to be the first part of A through G. With that out of the way, and with that said, we're going to dive into the first one, which is Alert. Always on the lookout for danger, you gain the following benefits. You gain a +5 to your initiative bonus. You can't be surprised while you are conscious. And last but not least, other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you. Kind of like being on your guard all the time. Athlete is the next one. You have undergone extensive physical training to gain the following benefits. First, you can increase your strength or dexterity score by 1 to a maximum of 20. When you are prone, standing up only uses 5 feet of your movement rather than the half of your movement. That's a kind of an optional rule. Climbing doesn't cost you extra movement, and you can make a running long jump or a running high jump after moving only 5 feet. After moving only 5 feet on foot, or rather than 10 feet. Next, we have Actor, which is as thus: skilled in mimicry and dramatics, you gain the following benefits. Increase your charisma score by 1 to a maximum of 20. You have advantage on charisma/deception checks and charisma/performance checks when trying to pass yourself off as a different person. And last but not least, you can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made by other creatures. You must have heard this person speaking or heard the creature make the sound for at least 1 minute. A successful wisdom/insight check contested by your charisma deception check allows a listener to determine that the effect is faked. Next we have Charger. When you use your action to dash, you can use a bonus action to make 1 melee weapon attack or to shove a creature. If you move at least 10 feet in a straight line, immediately before taking this bonus action, you gain a +5 bonus to the attack's damage roll. In parentheses, if you choose to make a weapon attack and hit. Or you can push the target up to 10 feet from you if you choose to shove and you succeed. Next we have Crossbow Expert. Thanks to extensive practice with the crossbow, you gain the following benefits. This is a good one. You ignore the loading property of crossbows with which you are proficient. Being within 5 feet of hostile creatures doesn't impose disadvantage on ranged attack rolls. And last but not least, when you use the attack action and attack with a one-handed weapon, you can use a bonus action to attack with a hand crossbow you are holding. Okay, let me just check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then last but not least, we have Defensive Duelist for this episode. But your prerequisite is a dexterity of 13 or higher. When you are wielding a finesse weapon with which you are proficient and another creature hits you with a weapon attack, you can use your reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your AC for that attack, potentially causing the attack to miss you. All right, so like I said in the preamble, we're going to be taking a break now. We're going to come back next week with the second part of the A through G, and then after that, we're going to be moving on to the next section, and then so on and so forth. So thank you guys so much. I'm Michael Schockman. I've been your host and commentator, and stay tuned for next week when we cover the second part of the A through G section of feats, and yeah, we will see you then. Peace out, guys.